Rong feels drawn to action. He knows he must act. Wisdom will save China. But war must first restore it.
Hello guys, and welcome to Three Kingdoms Total War with the Rule of Might mod, and I've also got the sub-mod Warlords, which apparently makes things more difficult. I've got the difficulty level on very hard, very hard. I'm hoping for more of a challenge in this one, and I just wanted to do a very kind of a brief introduction. So we're playing as Rong, so he's over in the east of China. So I'm hoping to kind of maybe take this this coastal area to have our backs against the sea, at least, and there will be trade opportunities and presumably good fishing as well to give us food. And I'm also playing with the records mode. I'm not a big fan of romance, so let's kick off the campaign by fighting this Yellow Turban Rebellion, which is a common theme, obviously, across the campaigns to start with a weak enemy. So we've got 2,000 troops, he's got 545, so let's kick things off. Now, the Rule of Might mod affects both the battles and the campaign. What have we got then? So we've got plenty of infantry. Yeah, so we'll go spears in the middle. These guys on the flank. Archers. Take them off skirmish, and we'll collect our cavalry together. Obviously, because I'm playing on records mode, the generals have a cavalry bodyguard. So let's advance.
Prepare! Make ready! March! Move! Make ready! Steel yourselves! Get moving!
So let's have a look at what we're faced with. Now, one of the things you'll notice is the Rule of Might alters the position of the flags, so the units have the flags at the back, which makes the actual individual soldiers easier to see because they're not obscured by the flags. Let's have a look at our army advance. So I've got the unit settings on, in terms of its size, on extreme, and I've also, in addition to the Rule of Might mod, used the improved dust and the improved camera, also the arrow trails mods that were included in the Beneath the Red Sky pack. Unfortunately, I don't think Beneath the Red Sky is compatible with the Rule of Might, because Beneath the Red Sky alters the battles as does the Rule of Might. So one of the big differences is I can already put some of these troops into formations, so we can get into a shield wall formation. Let's try that out and group up those troops. So yeah, they form a shield wall. So this militia is not going to be able to do anything too fancy. The enemy are just hanging back, waiting for us to come to them. Let's get our archers involved. What are they doing now? They look like they were redeploying. Just a little shuffle. Just a little nervous shuffle. And there we go. So you can see they haven't got the ugly arrow trails. from vanilla, so I'm happy with that. These guys are going into a loose formation to minimise their casualties. That's nice to see. Let's advance the infantry,
Onward!
and the cavalry then can move. What have we got here? We've got fire control. So that will. Just wondering whether that will actually affect. Oh, here we go. We're engaged in melee now. Quite interested to see how long that melee will last. Let's commit to the spearmen. The archers have done quite a lot of damage. Though this unit is flanking around. That is very nice to see. Albeit small battle, so we can't really tell, but yeah, the archers doing a lot of damage, but that's a great flanking move. Better stop these guys now because they're going to damage our own troops. But let's attack. The cavalry. Let's not let them get away.
Our comrade is under attack.
Yes, we know that.
Show no mercy. Run, run.
Okay, so that unit has broken, not surprisingly though, you know, surrounded on all sides, held out for a fairly decent amount of time.
Unleash fury.
So I can't imagine things are going to last too long now. Just need to bring down their general
Look.
as we fight on the riverbanks.
Craven.
Okay. We do not need to run all of these troops down, so we'll end the battle there. And yeah, it lasted 5 minutes, which was quite long for one of these little battles, but it was taken up in our troops advancing. Okay, so our first victory behind
cannot
us.
be denied.
And we gained a little bit of money. Let's ransom them.
Return them to their kin.
And we succeeded, obviously, one of the early missions you get to defeat the opposing army, in this case the Yellow Bandits, and the Yellow Turtle. So, dealt with that. Mission issued, yeah, dealt with that. And, yeah, fine. This is all very early game stuff, and Kong Rong and Wang Yu become better friends. Obviously defeated that enemy in battle, and we've gained some ancillaries, an officer and a Confucian sage, which could be particularly useful for an administrator. So let's have a look at the situation. We are surrounded, I think, by yeah, sort of 2 Yellow Turban Rebellion provinces, and Huang Shao over to the west there. So let's have a look. This is the commandery of Bihai and Lien. So this is obviously the next one I want to be going for, and it's got a mission pin over it. Can we attack this turn? I think we can, actually. And let's have a quick look at the garrison. So archers, infantry and cavalry.
The mightiest
We should be able to take it on, so
let's
let's move without any delay and launch this attack. They've come out into the field to fight us, so that fighting in the field should allow us to bring them to bear. They do have a slight missile advantage over us, as they've got 2 units of archers, whereas we've only got the 1. But what we'll do is we'll deploy on this small hill here. We'll stick the... yeah, we'll go with this infantry in the middle to give ourselves a really solid mass of troops in formation. We'll put the Sabre militia on the sort of the flanks of those, and then we'll have the G infantry with their spears, or the G, on the flanks there. Cavalry will concentrate in the centre for now. We'll just move our strategist up slightly, and let's start the battle. So the enemy have deployed over here. Are they going to come to me? No, doesn't look like it. We will have to go to them, which is fine. I'm okay with that. There is a little bit of a hill here. Maybe we should attack from this angle. Let's yeah, we'll go straight at them, as it were. So the speed of the units doesn't seem too fast, actually, which is good. You know, I don't mind them taking their time as we pass the cattle. For the sake of this video, I think what I'll do, I'll pause the recording now, and then as we get closer into range, I'll resume it, just so you're not watching the whole sort of slow advance. Anyway, see you in a minute. Okay guys, the army of Kong Rong has now drawn closer to the enemy force, which at first glance looks pretty intimidating. Cavalry well positioned on the flanks, infantry in front, archers behind, and then the captain. But actually on closer examination, we find that these are just peasant spearmen and peasant archers. So let's advance. What I'm going to do, I'm going to advance these infantry in shield wall formation first. We'll bring up the archers behind them, and then we'll look to pressurise their flanks once we've got the centre engaged. Now then, the cavalry could disrupt this formation, but I'm not too worried about it, as it's in they're in their shield wall formation. So let's advance our archers now, and then let's actually move up the G infantry. Bring the sabres up as well. Strategist behind, and we'll move our 2 sort of larger units of cavalry under the heroes off to the flanks as well. So I imagine we're about to be hit with the enemy's arrows, but we are in shield wall. We've got this kind of like turtle formation going on. Here they come. Ooh! So they're finding the odd gap. Our own archers now replying, and the enemy infantry not really shielded at all, so they've got no option but to charge us. Enemy cavalry charging in as well, but as I said, I'm not too worried about them at this point. Let's move our own cavalry. And yeah, you can already see their spearmen breaking there.
The time has come.
Stop that cavalry there. Let's get into the trees and take care of those archers. So those peasants sort of reformed pretty quickly and then got back into the fight. Our archers trying to take down theirs. This unit of horsemen is now broken. They haven't shattered yet. Let's keep the infantry. Keep the infantry here whilst our cavalry chase theirs. That peasant spearman broken. We've got this militia we can send in as well. I think we should perhaps stop our own archers from firing now. And let's move the strategist in to attack these enemy archers. Come on guys, take care of those archers. I say the strategist, obviously it's Kong Rong himself. I should perhaps have yeah, made that clearer, but anyway. There we go, charging the foe. See where the battle line was. So yeah, the battles are certainly faster than Beneath the Red Sky. Slower than vanilla is my impression. We need to take care of that captain. Don't bypass him, guys. Yeah, let's go and get those archers. The battle has sort of disintegrated into a number of sort of little pockets. The enemy spearmen, which are just peasants, have rallied pretty effectively. Yeah, so we should really. Well, so imagine it's when those cavalry break that we'll actually win. There we go. And because it was a town assault, we won't need to ride everybody down. So let's just claim the victory there. So yeah, close to 9 minutes. So yeah, my initial thoughts are, you know, entertaining. It was fairly swift. The only little bit that's bothering me is, you know, the units, kind of peasants in particular, sort of rallying perhaps a bit quickly. But anyway, that could be because I've got it on very hard. Maybe that's just a buff to the AI. Anyway, let's. So we will lose supplies. There is kind of a penalty now for just peacefully occupying, which is that we will lose supplies. Whereas if we do something more aggressive, then we will gain supplies, we'll gain more income, and yeah. But for now, let's just.
We will bring righteousness to this settlement.
We've obviously completed that little mission. Okay, yeah, lots of little bonuses and all the kind of early game stuff as you would expect, and we've managed to secure this commandery now. So look, I'm going to end the video here. In the next one we'll hopefully appoint an administrator and look at sort of the economic side of the mod and get into all that kind of strategic stuff. I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay. If you have, please do like and subscribe, and your comments on this mod or any other aspect are very welcome. I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks very much.